Howdy folks, I'm Scoryth, the Crimson Renegade. Welcome back to Silent Service 2. In the last episode, I kind of went over how the war patrol, or how my war career is supposedly going to go, hopefully without dying. So let's get started. I've already, like I said in the previous episode, I'm not going to show off any more about how the game is actually played, because I did that in the previous part of the playlist. So we're just going to get right into the game. So let's head out here. All right, on 12/8, one day later, Cinch Pack regrets to inform you that whenever these historical things I was telling you about, usually they'll start with one of two ways. They'll say, Shin's Pack regrets to inform you, or is pleased to inform you that, and then the rest of the message is going to appear. Guam has surrendered to an overwhelming Japanese attack, and then it'll say, please guide you, if it's regrets, it'll say, please guide your future operations accordingly. Really, again, as far as as the player is concerned, the middle line is really the only thing that's going to change, and it's really just going to tell us something about the war. It really has no effect on us whatsoever. We can't go to Guam and suddenly push the Japanese out of Guam, or arrive there and maybe fight a Japanese force that's fleeing Guam, or anything of that sort. It's not really that accurate. It's just giving you news reports of what happens at certain points. So, and luckily also the game is paused when these messages are up, so you don't have to worry about running out of fuel while just sitting here reading the message. So let's move on. Let's hopefully that we can counter. So soon we're going to inform you. Japanese troops are landing in northern Luzon in the Philippines. This is one of the probably a few messages that actually does kind of affect us. If you had actually based yourself in Manila, as you can see, the icon shows right over the island of where Manila would be, or where Manila is. Not too long after that, Manila is lost and no longer available as a submarine base. As far as how this map goes, it's basically sort of like an RPG. We're just moving around the ocean, and we're going to have random encounters with Japanese ships. I guess to inform you that Japanese airstrike sank 2 British battleships northeast of Singapore. This is actually, though I believe that was called Task Force X, I believe. If I recall what little history that I know of, which I learned this from Battle Station Pacific actually, this attack here sank the 2 British battleships they sank were basically like the last of the dreadnoughts. So the last 2 really powerful battleships in all of the Pacific. The Americans lost a lot of battleships when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, but just overall, as far as battleships, they were few and far between in World War II. And this strike here eliminated 2 very important ones. All right, let's keep going. As I was saying, it's basically like an RPG. We're going to just drive around the ocean. We can't really particularly find anything. We can't really go to any specific spot. You stay within the black squares. Yes, you'll be able to encounter them more easily, but it's just, there's no really good path to take or anything like that. You can't really head to a certain spot, like toward a Japanese base, which are usually little red dots, and increase your encounter rate. Doesn't really happen that way. It's just completely random when you come across something, and when you do, this happens. You get a screen here. It'll give us some basic information about the target. Again, the game is paused, so you don't have to worry about getting attacked while reading this. We have a visual contact with a small target at 0725, bearing 328. All of this is pretty important information. The first line, we have visual contact. Right now, in the beginning of the war, we don't have radar. We have not. I don't want to say invented, but we haven't implemented radar on submarines yet. So we will not have radar contact for a long time. But we do have visual contact with a small target. Now, there are 3 different types of targets available to us: small, medium, and large. Kind of obvious, I know, but still. The names of the target, or the size of the target, will depend on the size or the number of ships that we encounter. In this case, this is a small target, so it's likely going to be maybe a small freighter, maybe 1 destroyer or a patrol boat, something like that. I am going to go ahead and engage it because I want to get as much tonnage as I can. Typically, I would probably ignore anything smaller than a large target, because I want to go for the big stuff, get a lot of tonnage. But I want to engage everything I can so I can get as many as I can. Obviously, the large targets are the better ones, because it's all based on tonnage. You could have, just don't be fooled by the fact that it says small, medium, or large target. A large target could be 1 ship, also, or it could be a fleet of 7 or 8 ships. But this large target could be like one troop transport that's loaded down, and that's considered a large target, which it is because it's a very large ship, very heavy. It's all based on the tonnage of the targets overall. Sunrise 7:03, sunset 17:59. So that does affect. There is a day-night system that does affect how easily you see the enemy and how easily the enemy sees you. Right now it's 7:25, so it's early in the morning. So it should be pretty. Today's sunrise is 7:03, so it should be daylight out. Visibility is good, which means it's daylight, so visibility is definitely good. Good usually means, well, it's still morning, so it's like it's dawn, so it's not clear, but it is decent enough that you can see. Water depth is about 858 feet, which we shouldn't have to worry about because unless you're near land, you're never going to deal with shallow water. And you never have to worry about hitting the bottom of the ocean with your sub, because if you're in deep water at 800 feet, you're going to crush your sub before you get 800 feet deep anyway. Exec estimates that at full speed, and these 5 things down here are broadsides visible at such and such and such and such. These are different yard estimates of different angles that the different angles that we are seen by the enemy. So if our broadside is facing the enemy from the surface, they will see us at 5,730 yards. That's what that means. So at 5,730, they will see us if our broadside is turned to them. If end on, we're visible at 1910. Obviously, that's a smaller number. Makes sense. If you're turned this way, they can see you better than if you're turned this way. Just makes a lot of sense. If we're underwater, our periscope is visible at 831 yards. So if we're underwater and our periscope is above the water, they won't see it until they're about 800 yards away. Which at that point, they should to be having torpedoes head in their direction. And since they're obviously enemy shipping, they likely have sonar. So a broadside is visible to sonar at 877 yards, and end on visible to sonar at 292. So again, obviously being underwater is more stealthy. Duh, that's why submarines were built. If you're turned sideways to an enemy ship, even enemy sonar can detect you better turned sideways than end on. So as you can see, pointing yourself right at an enemy vessel will keep you from being detected a whole lot easier than turning sideways, whether you're on the surface or underwater. All right, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and say yes to engage this target. All right, there's what we're looking at there. Let's go ahead. We're already underwater. Let's take a look at the periscope and go full flank. Oh, I did not mean to hit that. I meant to go flank speed. Hit the wrong button. It's an oil tanker. All right, I'm guessing it's probably empty. If it says small target, it's an oil tanker, and it's since this is an oil tanker and it says small target, this thing's got to be empty, because if it was full of oil, it would not be a small target. It would be weighing a lot more. All right, I'm going to go ahead and save my torpedoes. I'm going to go ahead and surface because I'm going to go ahead and use my deck gun on it. There are no warships around because there's only one ship, as you can see on this map here. We are the yellow ship, obviously. They are the white ship, and the one we have a square on is the one we got locked on. So, again, our deck gun is not usable until 4,000 yards and also on the surface. So, I'm just going to kind of mosey in here until we get close enough. I'm just going to keep moving here. And we are on the surface. Let's switch to TBT and lower the scope. Let's lower our gun just a little bit since we're moving kind of fast. And fire away. Let's see how accurate I am. Oh, overshot. Let's go down a little more. I probably could slow down a little bit. That'd probably help my accuracy, but we'll see. And that's too short. All right, let's go try again. So overshooting, I'm going to turn right a little bit, kind of change my angle a bit, so just in case he's armed, I can't really tell. I'll know if I get hit. Most merchant vessels are not armed, so I don't have to worry about it. Usually freighters are the only things that are armed as far as, well, like I said, merchants. Still short. Ooh, yep, he's armed. Ouchie. Oh, come on, really? My God, why am I missing? I'm doing such a bad job of missing. And now I'm going over him. This guy's being a little bit of a pain in the ass. Still shooting short. Let me check to see my angle. Okay, all right. I'm about to go nose on, so that should help my accuracy a bit. I'm going to slow down to full, so maybe I can help my shooting a bit. Another thing that's making it hard is because he's doing this back and forth thing, it's making it hard to hit. He's literally trying to just... He's doing a little shimmy to dodge my weapons, my deck gun here. My God. Let me check my damage, make sure I didn't... Ooh, I got hit again. Okay, just a little hull damage, no big deal. Man, this is really becoming a pain in the ass. I can't believe I'm missing this badly. I got the gun pointed like almost straight to the sky. Jeez, I've got my gun at 0.8 and I'm still undershooting him. How the hell was I doing that? And now I'm bowing. I'm pointing right at him. It's still short. One thing I forgot about increasing the difficulty is how hard it is to hit an enemy ship. Usually I only play on introductory difficulty. Oh my fucking God. I actually have to waste a torpedo on this bastard? Holy fucking shit. Why the hell can't I hit this damn thing? I guess when I increase it to difficulty to normal, it affects how easily... Finally, there's a hit. Now unload the damn gun. Keep firing before you miss again. And now we're shooting short. I got one hit in. At least he's on fire now. That's a good thing. There he goes. He exploded. All right. Wow. Fortunately, I've got unlimited ammo in my deck gun, but damn was that a... Damn, did I, even though I have unlimited ammo, that sure was a waste. I made that look really, really bad. Fortunately, I only needed one... I think I hit him twice. 2 deck gun shots to kill him. Shit. All right. Anyway, well, there's 1,800 tons. And once you complete a mission, there we go. Or complete an encounter. That one was worth 1,800 tons. The patrol score total, that's not really that important. That's basically like your game score. What I'm really focused on is the tonnage. That's 1,800 tons. So that's pretty good. Again, that was a light ship. All right, Japanese forces have seized Brunei on Borneo. All right. And nothing really affects us. Japanese troops have seized Davao in the Philippines. And they're taking over that whole area down there. Wake Island has surrendered invading Japanese forces. All right. Now, Wake Island has become, as you can see, is a red dot now. It is an enemy. It is a Japanese base, but we can't do anything about that. There's nothing special we can do there. We can't attack it. Staying around it is not going to increase our encounter rate for the Japanese vessels. It's just, it's there. Hong Kong has surrendered to Japanese forces. All right. Enemy forces have captured Manila in the Philippines right on right on Christmas, just like I said. Now, with that happening right there, if we were based in Manila, we would not be able to go back to Manila because it's not available to us. Fortunately, just as that base becomes unavailable to us, this one does become available on the southeast coast of Java. So if you're located on that side of the map, you can still get to a base down there. You don't have to go back to Pearl Harbor. But you still have to travel through all that land down there. Kind of a pain in the ass, and you'll end up spending a lot of fuel. And if you go through the light blue area over here in the lower left-hand corner, you'll be going through a lot of shallow water. So if you get some encounters there, you're going to have to deal with enemies in shallow water, which is not a good thing. Damn, another small target. Fair visibility. Let's see, it's 2139, so it's about dusk. All right, fair visibility, small target. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So our nose is pointed right at it. It must be really close. There it is. It's another oil tank. It's about to ram us. I'd like to know what our crew was looking at. I hit it. How do you miss a ship that big at 400 fucking yards? It's not looking like I was thinking with just one jet gun blast. But I mean, damn. How do you let a ship that big get only 400 yards away and go, oh, by the way, Captain, it's right there. Thanks. Why don't you wait till he rams us next time? That'll definitely let me know he's there. This one was slightly heavier, 2,400 tons. All right. He probably had a few extra barrels in him, I guess. All right. Fortunately, still haven't used a torpedo, which is good, which means if I come across a large fleet, I'll have plenty of torpedoes to deal with. Allied forces have retreated to Bataan in the Philippines. All right. New base is available in Fremantle. All right. Near Perth. All right. So if you were based down there, you have the option of the base near Java or the base at Fremantle. Advisories from sub-Asiatic operations. War patrols will now be authorized for the Java Sea Zone. This is one of the few things that is actually kind of important. What that's telling you there is if you are based in the lower part of the map and you're leaving port from either Java or Fremantle, you can actually take a new black box would be available near the Java Sea area if you wanted to patrol in that area. And here's another one. War patrols will now be authorized for the Celebes zone. All right. Down to about a month left of fuel. Happy New Year. It's 1942. Let's see if we can get some more enemies out here to encounter. This is the only downside to the career mode or the war patrol mode, or war career mode, or war patrol mode, is sometimes the Japanese forces captured Balik Papan and Borneo. All right. The randomness of the encounters kind of can be a pain in the ass. There's been times I've gone out on like 2 or 3 straight patrols and not encountered any vessels at all. And I don't think there's anything that I can do to... I just don't think there's any way to actually improve it. I think only just being inside these boxes improves the likeliness of coming across an encounter. I don't think there's actually any other way to actually increase the likeliness. But fortunately, just before we ran out of fuel, we got about 10 days left. We have visual contact with a large target at almost midnight, so it's nighttime, which is good, means it'll be harder for them to see us. Bearing 144, large target. So I think I might have talked before about what I call the golden fleets. It's just a fancy term that I use. It's basically these are going to be hopefully task forces, or not another way to put it, a task force. Hopefully these large targets are going to be fleets of ships with possibly carriers, battleships, heavy cruisers, things that are worth a lot of tonnage. Oh boy, let's hope so. Let's hope it's not just one little tiny, when I say tiny one, I hope it's not just one little troop ship. Alright, here we go. Oh shit, that's what I was afraid of. Alright, all stop, scope up, crash dive. This is my other problem with this. What the fuck, guys? They're right on fucking top of me. What the fuck? How did you not see this many ships right here? Anyway, with that little tangent out of the way, let's see if we can see what we've got here. We've got a troop ship here. That's going to be worth a lot. Ooh, destroyer. Okay, they're only moving at 12, so they haven't seen anything yet. Ooh, another destroyer. Uh-oh, is that one turning toward me? No, he's not. He's still moving at 12. Okay, they haven't seen me yet. Okay, I got underwater before they saw me. Alright, it doesn't look like this is a very big... It looks like... Okay, this is not very big at all. Okay, it's not a task force. It's just a few destroyers and a troop transport. Which technically could be considered a task force with as many warships in the party. But this is the important one here. This is the big guy I want to take out. Alright, let's just get behind me and we'll go... I'm going to turn off Alt-A, turn off animations. 1, 2, 3 aft torpedoes. It's going to give away my position, but I should be able to take out that troop ship before I can take off too far. 2, 3. Got it. All right. Now, I got to get ready for the destroyers that are going to come try to find out why their troop ship just exploded. Who's the closest? All right. They're all going to be kind of just searching around right now. All right. Let's take this guy over here to our left, because he's heading right toward us. These other guys are going to take a little bit of time to turn. So if I target this guy over here, less likely he'll... oh, it's just a patrol boat too. Shit, okay. Alright, lock on. Is that him? Yeah, okay. Alright, 1 torpedo. Came from the bow, that's good. He'll probably see it and they'll all increase speed, which means they'll know that I'm here. So I've got to make the rest of this fight a lot quicker. I hit it. I still don't know I'm here. Wow. How am I getting away with this? Let's go toward that one. Look toward the one that was to the south. There he is. All right, 880 yards. Get another torpedo ready. Okay, they see me now because they're increasing speed. Oh shit! Wasted torpedo. Damn it! I thought he didn't die. All right, I got to do this quickly. I'm gonna speed up a little bit to adjust my course. Because I don't know if he's gonna sink and hit me. Because while a sinking ship can still hit me, which sucks. All right, he's coming in. All right, I'll stop there. All right. I still have one torpedo left in the stern, and they're coming in from the aft. So I'm gonna kind of I don't like how this is looking because I'm out of torpedoes in the stern. I gotta try to turn my ass around. That torpedo's probably gonna miss. Yeah, the torpedo missed. They're probably heading right at me now at full speed. That one's really close. At peace speed, he knows I'm here now. That one's really mad. I hit one. Shit. That one's gonna be too close. Get down. Okay, I dodged that one. It looks like I hit two of them. Because the guy that's right near me, he's not moving very fast, so I hit him, but slowed him down. The black line at the top of the screen is either sunk or just disabled. I'm not sure yet. I think that was the first guy I hit between the two here, and so I'm pretty sure. Check my depth now. Ooh, ouchie. Damage check. Dive planes are damaged. Ew, that's shit. That sucks. Sorry, I don't intend to move for a while. Now, what that's going to do to me is I'm not going to be able to dive or surface very fast. I mean, I can surface. If I blow my tanks, I can go right to the surface really fast. But if I try to adjust my depth and go to periscope depth, it's going to take a while to get there because the dive planes are damaged. All right, I should be able to get away from these guys. Yeah, I got away from them. Are they able to be repaired? Damaged. Nope, they can't be repaired. So it's going to be a while before I can get them repaired. All right, let's take another look. See. Okay. All right, that one guy at the top. If he was sunk, he would have been off the screen by now. So, all right, what's my torpedo status? I got to reload. I'm completely out of torpedoes right now, so I got to reload before I can do anything. But at least I've gotten away from them. Okay. Oh, reloaded stern tubes. There we go. It is a timed thing, so as you can see, those three stern torpedoes came in right about the same speed. You know, they came in 1, 2, 3 just like that. Well, I fired those three torpedoes 1, 2, 3 just like that. So I don't know exactly what the time is to load a torpedo, but it's consistent across the entire across the entire tubes, all the tubes. All right, here's my plan now. I'm gonna try to get some more distance from these guys, let them spin around for a while, think I'm over there, and then I'm gonna pop up. I'm going to deliberately take a deck gun shot at him and then crash back down, make him come right at me, and then fire hopefully just two stern torpedoes right at them, right down their throat, and take them down. I'll worry about the one that's sitting up there nice and quiet and pretty later. So let me get a little more room here, and then I'll do just that.